Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. So I often get asked how I take such crisp, vibrant and bright photos for my Instagram, and that's pretty much what I'm going to show you guys today. So for this video, I'll be showing you guys how I took photos of my cherry mermaid, which you can see in the video right now. She is a really cute little painting that I did, which I merged, I guess, mermaids with fruit. So I did a dragon fruit, a pineapple and a cherry. So if you haven't seen it yet, do check out my Instagram. I have posts of those as well. So one of the most important things in my photos is the background, and I have a collection of colored paper which I keep in my drawer. And I really like using these because it can complement the drawing. So if the drawing is pink or if it's blue, I might want to include colors which match with it or which contrast it, so the drawing will pop out. So as you can see right now, I am just trying to see which colors match well with the drawing, and I've decided to go with the hot pink one. You can use anything you want really for the background. So sometimes I know that people use their bed sheets, some people use a table, they might use some cloth, some fabric, some books. It can really be anything you want. So the next thing which I like to include in my photos are props. For this painting, I used the Art Philosophy watercolors, and what's cool about this is that they have separate little watercolor trays which can pop out. And that's pretty much what I did for this painting and photo. So as you can see in the footage right now, I'm just popping out the little trays to take photos with. For props, you can use almost anything. Like sometimes I like using flowers, sometimes I just include the tools that I use, so like watercolor brushes, pens, mechanical pencils, erasers. Sometimes you might even include stuff like some food if the drawing is about food, or you might include little color swatches that you did during your painting. So it can be anything, but I do feel like it's very important to kind of change it up a little sometimes because the audience might find it more interesting. Oh yes, another important tip when taking photos is to use natural lighting. That's one thing which helps me make sure that the photos are very nice and clear and bright, and that makes the editing process much easier. Okay, so right now, after you've taken all the nice photos, I like to use an app called Foodie. So this app is predominantly or mainly aimed for taking photos of food, but I do find it really good for taking photos for my artworks. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and usually what I use all the time. One thing I like about this app is that it lets you take photos in 3 different sizes, and it also lets you save its presets. So right now I'm just using one which I usually like using, and then I'm just adjusting little changes because each photo can be a little different. Sometimes the sky's a little blue that day, sometimes the sky's a little yellow, and you might want to kind of balance the hue and saturation to make the colors pop more, to make it look more natural and things like that. Okay, now moving on to my final tip is lighting. So I mentioned before how it's important to take photos when it's natural lighting, where the sun's not too strong. But I know that for some photos it's good to have some sunlight to make it look more interesting, so it's really up to you. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me on this little tutorial. I hope it helped you guys learn a little more about how I take my photos, and you guys might be able to try it out yourself as well. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!